And that's only done in 3.15. So this is where you get a choice, and you got to make a very careful choice. So you're going to hit persistent universe.
Okay.
And what you're choosing after you choose your character, you're choosing where your home's going to be. And from that point on, that will always be your home. Your home will be the main place where all of your ships and equipment go.
That's kind of long term.
Yeah. And
just
if you get this,
Stanton.
Yep, it's in Stanton. Mm-hmm.
But
now,
when the other systems come is what.
Right, you can choose another system at that point too.
Oh wait,
and this will
so you're
reset
saying the planet then, or the city is going to be my permanent residence?
Right.
Ah, which one's yours?
So I chose originally Orison, and I realized afterwards that was a mistake because Orison,
the atmosphere.
Yeah, they haven't lowered the out of atmosphere limit from 150,000 to 100,000. So you got to, unless you get in a Vanguard and book it out of there, it takes you like 20 minutes to leave atmosphere. So I would choose New Babbage. And in fact, I'm over at New Babbage. Now here's the nice part: if you choose a primary residence and you're out and about in the verse, all you got to do is visit any hospital or clinic, and you can set your respawn point to where you're currently at. So you don't go all the way back to your home.
Oh, okay. Well, that's handy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're playing with friends and then you die and then you're out and about.
You're 18 million megameters away, yeah.
All right, so set primary residence, right?
Yep, you'll set your primary residence.
Okay, this location will become your primary residence, yes.
And the difference between a primary residence and any other one is your primary residence has a huge amount of inventory. You'll have inventory in every place you go to. There's a local inventory, but you'll have less of it.
Okay.
So the bulk of your items and the stuff will always be in your primary residence.
Okay.
And when you leave your primary residence, if you don't put it on your body in the new inventory system, which I'll show you, you don't have access to it when you're in another area.
Okay. I should have gone to Arena Commander for the mappings, though, I think, but oh well.
Well, we can do mappings here, too. I think Scotty P has, touched on what I think's going on here. So we're going to double check that your saved settings are still there and apply them again. But I think, and then what we're going to double check is your mappings are the same. So what happens is, if you unplug your USB devices and plug them back into Star Citizen, it doesn't map it like Flight Simulator and X-Plane. It knows, hey, I plugged in my VKB.
Mm-hmm.
It just knows, hey, there's something plugged into now game port 4. Well, that can change. Windows can reassign that to game port 3, for instance. So what would happen is you have to go in and do a PP resort keybind, and your mappings will be corrected.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's there. That's that. But I may have overwritten them too. Scotty Bob, hello, happy Top Gun T-shirt Sunday. There you go. How you doing, Scotty Bob? All right, contract available. All right.
So once you get out of your bed, we'll go ahead and go into options, and we'll just see if your settings are there if you didn't override them.
Okay, options. Key bindings, HOTAS, advanced. Now some of them.
And now it's under control profiles down on the bottom.
Oh, okay. So here's July.
Yep. So you'll load that. It will always save these unless you completely wipe out the folder. And then you select the nones and change those to keyboard and mouse.
Oh, this works. I'm so happy.
And hit load.
Oh.
So there's one last thing we got to test. Is you're going to go into flight movement. We're going to make sure that your USB inputs are not backwards. So see where your pitch is your Y-axis input 3?
Yep.
We're going to double check that by just clicking into there and then moving your pitch. Move your stick into it and see if it's still input 3.
Yep, same.
Okay. So you could hit yes or no, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So you're good. You should now have your bindings back to the way they were.
Oh.
It's that simple.
That is so good.
Where it gets mixed up or complicated is sometimes you think they're messed up when the Windows has switched them, and then you just got to do a command called pp resort key or joysticks.
Okay, well.
The other thing too is we probably should be on the same server.
Oh yeah, we should probably be like friends and stuff.
Yeah, so go back to the main menu. I think I sent you a friend's request already.
Did it wipe out all of our friends?
Yep, so it always does on PTU because you're copying the account over new.
Okay.
Okay, and so now what I'll do is I'll create a party real quick. You should get the party invite.
Awesome.
And then I'll launch this into the universe. Now I like I said, I've temporarily set my spawn location at New Babbage, so we should spawn together. So next thing we'll go over is your inventory. Once you load in, stay in your hab and kind of get in the center of the room because it's going to make your camera real funky.
Okay. It was funny. I was catching all of you and this URL not found's conversations on Discord. But I had to scroll back quite a bit and see. At one point, you guys, he's like snooze fest, and then he's like, "Whoa, the hype level just jumped."
Well, I think the snooze fest was the way they planned this. You know, all prior Citizen Cons in person, you got a live audience there, and that just adds to that. You know, that everybody's all hyped, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really free flowing. This was all pre-production, so it was really starting to get into technical stuff, and you're just sitting there going, "Oh my gosh," you know, like, am I going to sit through and listen to this? Especially the server meshing one. I was like, okay, that's my break time. I'm taking a break for a half hour. I mean, server meshing is important, but too much technical stuff. But the ship top was great. That's when he started saying yes. And when we saw the PMM, we were really hoping that they were saying, and you can fly it today.
Yeah, yeah.
That didn't come.
All right, you want me to go into the middle of the room?
Yep, you're going to go in the middle of the room, and you're going to hit I.
Oh, wow. This is new.
This is new. So all your inventory is there now. So whatever you drag over to your person, it puts it there. So really the one thing is you already got a flight suit on. But yeah, if you drug that and moved it over, it would change it to that flight suit. Okay. If you could even drag what you're wearing over back into your inventory.
Oh, I just got back in bed. That's nice.
You just had that little bed bug where it puts you back in bed again.
The bed bug.
This is the bed bug.
Hi. Okay, so just, if I wanted to, I could drag that over. Oh, you have to land it right on top of that. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
And you can do the same for your weapons. Now,
I got a cool gun.
Right, don't put the cool gun on. That's your Glimmer pistol. That was awarded to you. Now, here's the catch-22. You're never going to lose any inventory that was assigned to you. In other words, you got it as a subscriber flare, or you bought it, or it's a game reward.
Yeah.
But any other thing you buy in the verse, if you die, it's gone. It will completely disappear off your body, and you're going to wake up in the hospital with a nightgown on, and you'll have to literally get your inventory again. If you didn't have another set of armor in your inventory, you're going to be running around the verse in a nightgown.
So, but you can store inventory somewhere else?
Yes. So what you want to do, this is where you got to get creative how you want to do this. But you could either throw it in a local inventory in every place. So once you first visit a place, go buy like a full suit of armor, some med pens, stuff like that, and then throw it in the local inventory in that area so you always have it. Because the catch-22 is if you died in an area and, you should be respawning back into to wherever your hospital spawn location is. But if that in that area you don't have any inventory and no ships, you are now stuck.
Oh,
However, there's a workaround now, and that is because because of the freight hauling, one of the new vehicles was the Anvil Liberator that they introduced. And this will be one that can haul vehicles back and forth. So if you were
that one's
stuck
for a
somewhere,
long time away, though, right?
it's a long time away, yeah. But the premise is you would have to contact a hauler and they will bring the ship to you because you're stuck.
Okay.
So you can still claim any vehicle, even though they're all located in New Babbage. So if you're over in Port Olisar and you want to get one of your ships there, you can still claim it and bring the ship back over there. But now it's going to be that ship will be bound to Port Olisar.
Okay.
So yeah, just be careful what you equip on there. Even your subscriber flare, if you die, you lose it in the patch. You don't lose it completely. You will lose it in the patch.
In the PTU.
In the PTU. Or live. If it's live, you'll lose it live for that patch. Because they don't have the reclaim terminals yet for you to go to them and reclaim your items.
John will forget to tie the back. That's true. I'm trying to put my gun on, but it's not staying.
Can that flight... Because you're in a flight suit, you don't have armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you'll have to, when you're out and about, probably get some more. Now that flight suit might.
Oh, I keep going naked. Yeah, as soon as I drag that over, I'm like...
There are little bugs in the inventory. This could be one of it that it's like, nope, you're not going to equip that now because you already took it off, so...
Yeah, my armor's gone. Alright, well, I never use a gun anyway. Oh, I do have my Pico the Penguin, though. That's good.
So that's your inventory. Now, it also works...
Is my helmet gone now?
Yeah, you're going to have to get some... You're going to have to get some...
That's crazy. I just lost my helmet.
Yeah.
I got
filters is nice if you got a lot of inventory to filter down.
I got my top hat, but I don't have it. I can't even go into atmosphere now.
You will be able to. We'll have to go to... you'll have to go to the commons.
You're gonna have to go buy stuff?
Yep. You got 15 million in the PTE, though.
Oh, I got a little cabbage. Hey, Kung Furry, how you doing? Oh, you're right here with me.
Hey. Okay. Oh. Did you get on? There you go.
You're the first person to see me with my top hat. They are making progress, yeah.
So most of the hospitals in major cities spawn points are going to be where the habs are. So if you see in the center here, we're going to go over here to the hospital. Now there's two ways to double check your spawn location. You could either go over here and check yourself into the hospital, which will get you a room. They'll assign a room number and you got to go up to that room and check into the bed. Or you can go over to the insurance company over here. It's Olympus Principal. And you can check in on the regeneration terminal. So this, you won't have to worry about it because it should show you as there's your primary residence. Your imprint is already registered at this medical facility. So this is your spawn point. Now, if you were at somewhere else, Area 18, for instance, and you wanted to make that your spawn location, you'd come to one of these terminals and it would give you a button to transfer your imprints. So it transfers your records over to the other hospitals, and now you will regenerate at that hospital.
Okay.
That won't change your home location, it only changes your regeneration location.
And that's new in 3.15.
Yes.
Okay. By my 3080 Ti, this is looking pretty good in here. pretty smooth.
Yeah, the 3080, I'm getting 60 plus frames on it.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I'm on ultra settings. I don't know what your settings were.
I don't know. I think I said I did bump them up.
So we're gonna go over here to Commons to train and get you at least a helmet. If you do die in any area and you go to the main hospital, the hospital not only gives you the nightgown, but they offer you a loaner flight suit setup too.
Sorry, my daughter just came in. Say that one more time.
So if you do end up dying in any area and go to the main hospital, in addition to the nightgown, they will give you a loaner flight suit.
Okay. I'm getting a lesson right now in the new version of Star Citizen. Oh, let me see. Root John, huh? Don't shake it up, though. Okay. Yeah, but you gotta be quiet for a little bit. I look like Zac Efron.
Nearing next stop.
I was gonna say, your outfit looks kind of funny. Okay, we'll go here.
The capsule will
Up to the Commons. Now the unfortunate part is, because it's New Babbage, there isn't particularly a store that sells all the different ones. They only sell, I think, the Gray Cat ones. So you're going to have to get a Gray Cat one for now.
At least what I heard, you get better FPS with higher settings. I should probably look into my settings.
You use one of these Shubin terminals here and you should be able to get armor.
Oof. Asian are someday.
Alright, awaiting selection. Probably just loading up. I'm gonna turn off the chat. Do I have to select an item or is it just not loading?
It's waiting. The first time we must have a new server. That's what happens. This one's got it here. Try the terminal behind you.
You might have to jump into this later tonight, Iowa. Yeah, that reminds me. I should let my local buddy, know that we're in. I might text him. All right.
So you can go choose undersuits, armor, and at least get yourself a flight suit.
Checking out 3.15 if you're around. Okay. All right. So, okay. So undersuit. Should I get an undersuit? I guess since I'm.
I mean, you got 15 million, a lot of inventory, so it doesn't matter. I'd get them just in case. Especially with the inventory system being buggy.
Probably take a while to spend 15 million. Okay, armor, helmets. Oh, do I only get yellow, Gray Cat? Okay, that's what you
Yeah,
want.
there's only. This is not an area where you can buy the wide, vast selection of stuff.
Okay, so we got backpacks, arms. Sure, why not? Spend some money. torso. Not right now, no.
What? What?
Okay, we got that. Now, utility. I don't need anything in utility, right?
No, these would be if we were taking the mall or something out, you could get your mining modules there.
Okay, so I'm done.
Yep. So now you can go back out in the kind of the center, hit I, and go ahead and equip your flight suits.
It just takes a little while before my helmet showed up. This is so much easier than...
It is easier. It's a little more confusing because if you got so much inventory, then it gets really confusing.
What just happened with my arm armor?
Oh, okay. So I'm glad that happened. If you put it on something that's not highlighted, so if you put your arm like on your chest, it thinks you want to put it in a box because you're going to put the box somewhere. So it brings a box up and now it puts your arm armor in that box. So you want to drag that box back over into your inventory. There you go.
All right, I think I'm ready to go.
You are good to go, I think. Okay. Now let's go back to spaceport and get your first look at the 400i.
Oh, yeah. The outwards view is way better than what they had in the beta. Yeah, for sure. Well, it's never been beta, but... but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Can you imagine the year when they say this is going in beta?
Oh. That'll be a big celebration.
That will be the CitizenCon to go to.
Yeah. And this was this CitizenCon in person for the public, or was it just not?
It was all virtual. All virtual and all pre-recorded.
Okay.
I mean, that got the most comments was Chris Roberts is known to,
Stand clear of
he's
disadvantaged
passionate and he goes
passengers.
off in these talks, long talks, and he sometimes derails panels. And he literally was down to like 5 minutes, and that was it. And he stuck to it. I think the show stealer of the whole thing, watching it live, was Jared. Jared was doing comments off of Twitter in between each of the segments.
That's the guy who hosts Star Citizen Live or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the community director.
Now you're gonna have to let me try the 400 flying to see if my controls are.
I'm gonna let you fly it. I've
Yeah.
flown it, so.
Because I'm curious if it, yeah, if all those commands came back. Test 1, 2.
Yep, I hear you.
Unfortunately, I got the Discord volume and the game volume on the same inputs.
Oh.
What's not going to be good, Scotty P?
The station momentarily.
Oh, my fly? Yeah.
Did you watch any of the
The
Citizen
only
Con
thing I
yesterday?
watched was that clip where they were sitting around talking about things, and then they showed the BMM.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you can go back, if you get a chance sometime. They post everything in 4K, but the gameplay one was excellent because they went over and showed what the future loops are going to be. So right now you go and you talk to a merchant, for instance, and you buy something. In the future, you have choices. You can steal from that merchant, either by forcefully shooting them and then trying to outgun all the security, or you could stealthily sneak into somewhere and steal stuff. So they're adding more gameplay loops in, which is going to be cool. And that comes in Pyro.
And I heard
Or
Pyro's
4.1.
going to be huge.
Yeah, Pyro's going to be big. Pyro looks really good.
Dining and entertainment. Be sure to visit New Babbage's renowned promenade.
Okay, we are going to Hangar 10.
Oops. I got distracted.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch.
I looked over to see where you were. I'm like, I can't miss the bright yellow.
Yep.
No, who's that? Oh, you can't come with us.
Well, you can, but...
Uh-oh, no,
Oh,
no.
they're in here.
Nope.
Hey, how's it going?
Do we know them?
No. Shaking my head. Because they could, like, jump in your ship, huh?
Right.
So come over here and talk to me. Act like we're talking about at this console right here.
Yeah, we're
Over here.
here.
And we're like,
Do I have any fines?
yeah, do I have any fine? Let's talk about the fine system. Okay, where did she go? Did she run away?
I think she's gone.
Or she's hiding over there in that little...
We'll know on ship because they'll tell you if there's a stowaway in your ship channel. So this is it. A lot of people, when this got rumored, like it looks like a key, or they were just giving a whole bunch of bad rep. But I think the thing looks really good.
It does look... I like it.
And this has the standard would be all white. I have it's kind of a white-black hybrid. And that's the look I went for. But you can go with an all black. You can also go with an all weathered version, which kind of makes it look like it's metallic, like all the paint got scraped off. And then you enter through the front here. And what's really cool, there's two sets of doors. There's this door here, which doesn't take you in the ship. What it does take in the ship is a motorcycle.
Oh.
So you can put the X1 motorcycle on here.
Put your Harley on there.
Yeah. And take it with you. There's also another set of cargo doors way underneath where you could put a G12 Rover in it or smaller.
I think I have one of those. No, I bought Life LTI on a Rover and melted it into some, or changed into something else. CCU'd it.
And then this would be your main stairs to come in.
Okay.
It has two levels, so there's.
We should probably close the stairs, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we could do that. It's going to be on the wall panel right behind you, and it's the top one. There you go.
Oh, cool animation.
And then to the left and right are the components, and they're in a climate-controlled area. So what that's going to provide, I have no idea, but I'm going to guess better protection of your equipment. This is that cargo area.
How many
You can put
SCU?
42 SCU and or the vehicle in here.
The Rover. I remember how amazed I was back in the day playing Ultima 7 when I realized I could attack the shopkeepers and try to steal their inventory. Yeah.
Now you go ahead and take the elevator up. I just want you to see how fast the elevator is. But you can also, there's also a stair.
Hello, kitty. Yep. Hey, we got a subscribe. I don't even know how you say that. How would you say that, Jeff? A Cecil?
A Cecil? Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate that.
So this crew area, eating, got a little wine wine dispenser down there, chart room.
Oh, that's some vino. There's some food down there too. Okay.
You got some crew quarters over here. This is a crew of 3, so your co-pilot and engineer have a shared room, and then your captain kind of has his own little quarter over here. Nothing like the 890 or even the 600i, but it's kind of got that same design element, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
You got a bathroom, and then otherwise we got the flight deck up here.
Okay.
So I'll let you get in the captain's seat.
Is that the front one or the left one?
It'll be the one in the middle, yeah.
I sure hope my controls work. Actual 6 suit. They have whoever just got into the elevator. Yeah, the kitty one.
Yeah.
All right, so it's R, right? Turn things on.
I don't know what the keybinds are. I just do it with F keys.
Well, are you still using Game Glass?
I did Game Glass too.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that worked. Yep, I got outside view, key bindings. Yes. I think this is gonna work. All right.
So the one thing before you get permission to take off, remember to use, I don't know what you mapped it to, but see on your velocity indicator where your speed is on the left?
Yep.
You have that little red triangle or square.
Bring that all
There's
the way
one
down.
of them that increases. Yep, you want that all the way up.
All the way up.
Yep, so you won't be limited in speed.
Okay.
There you go. Now you can request departure.
Oh, thank you. She delivered quesadillas. Yes, thank you. Can you bring? Well, never mind. Thank you. Have mom text me. Comlink, friends, New Babbage, hailing New Babbage. I like the ship also, Iowa Scotsman, so far, what I've seen.
Yeah, it's not huge like the 600i or the 890, but I think this would be just a nice, cozy, small group going on a long exploration. It does have a size 3 shield on it, which is really good protection. It also comes with 32 missiles. So it's kind of a missile boat. It's really the Origin's take on the Connies.
There's the shore not found. On the constellations, yeah. So that didn't work, hailing.
Oh, because maybe it's my ship, so let me see if I can hail them.
Wait, I can't take someone else's ship out?
You can, but I don't know if I have to hail the...
Oh.
I have to get it out of the hangar, maybe.
Oh.
Okay, it's saying we're clear to launch.
I can't. I used to be able to open the bay doors in someone else's ship, didn't I?
I don't know. I never tried it in somebody else's ship.
My strafe's working. Yeah, this is a good looking ship. How much is this?
It is $220 if you do a Warbond upgrade, so you can take any ship and pay the difference to $220, or it's $200 brand new.
Is it for sale right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I really like it. I've enjoyed it so far.
Okay, gear coming up.
Short half day, but this really curbs my appetite for not wanting a Connie anymore. This is perfectly fine in replace of a Connie.
My controls are working. I think I have something I want to melt and get this. I don't know, you know me and my outside views. Just looks good.
Yeah, it was crazy listening to some of the design concepts, when they were putting this thing together. This, by the way, was on the April Fool's joke. So when they were showing the person flying around with an invisible ship, it was this ship.
Ah.
is what they used in that. But yeah, at one point there was going to be a hot tub on the roof, and Chris Roberts says, "I don't want it to be that luxury."
Do you think he really chimes in at that low level of detail?
He does. He has to. That has been known for a very long time. As if it's in regards to a ship itself, and what's going to potentially be the final design of a ship, he has to approve every single one, or he wants to approve every single one. And of course, because he is, chairman of CIG, he is also the CEO of Roberts Space Industries. So all the RSI ships,
Yeah.
that is his personal line of ships. So his love really is the Connie.
Osked Descent with the subscribe, 39 months. He asks, is this the new PMDG? I think it is.
And Mike, this it's also the reason SC is so delayed. I think though, you look at the development in the last couple of years and it's really accelerated much better. And I think once we actually get, this was a big step. This 315 is the personalized inventory system. It's also persistent inventory, meaning if you store stuff into your ship here and then store your ship, that stuff will always be in the ship when you take it out again.
Wow.
And so that's a big step towards the next evolution, which would be server meshing.
Yeah, meshing. Yep.
But once meshing comes in play, I think the other stuff can accelerate much, much faster, including the game loops. So take it anywhere you want.
I'm going to take it to Clio just for a quick test.
This thing's got long range.
Aligned to target, it says.
Oh, see the bottom crosshair? It's down a little bit. This is one of those offset crosshairs, so you got to put that bottom one up. You got to aim your nose up.
Oh, aim the nose up?
Yeah, see that bottom one? There's a little bottom dot with the
line?
4. See the little crosshairs right in the center?
Okay, right in the center, the crosshairs, yep.
Yeah, that's what you align, not that middle thing. So when it says align to target, it's that right there.
Right there in the middle?
Nope, not on that one. The crosshair.
Oh, the bottom crosshair, right there.
Yeah.
Ah, is that new?
Some ships, they're offset. I don't think that's by intent. I just think that's difference between standard and Warbond is an offering of, usually new ships come as concept or quote unquote Warbond, but a Warbond itself could be, there's supposed to be lore behind it, like they're bringing it to sale for a specific purpose or event, like IAE or the one they have, the military one in the beginning of the year. But the war bond simply means you get a discount. So the standard price is always going to be higher than a war bond. And sometimes they don't offer war bond as CCUs. So you have to pay outright in cash on them. Where a CCU war bond, you simply pay the difference between what the ship you're upgrading is and what the cost of the war bond is.
But there's a point where if you don't buy it outright, you can't gift it, I think.
Right. If you CCU it, you cannot gift it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically you can't sell it on the gray market. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
You could, however, see, this is how gray market works. And gray market's not bad because gray market is, CIG loses an opportunity, but they want to have their sales several times a year, right? That gets hype and hopefully bigger sales when those things happen, The gray market fills that gap in between when you can't get something, but the gray market's mainly filled with CCUs. So the gray market people buy all the CCUs to upgrade different ships to different ships, and they sell the CCUs to you.
Yeah.
Quantum drive activated.
I feel like I'm taking it out for like a test drive. Oh, I was like, what was that?
That's me playing with the remote turret.
The animation on that turret looks good. Alright, let's go check out something here. Wait a second. Is there a one delivery option now?
It depends on the area you're in. Some areas
That's-
may not even have options.
No, but that's new. Usually it's 3 packages. This is just 1.
Just a one, right? You also got new ones. They have medical rescue now. And so in the hangar, I didn't point that out when we were in the hangar, but in the hangar, on the opposite end of where the elevators were, off to the right side, there was a medical drop-off area. So if you do a medical one and you go rescue somebody and bring them back to a hangar, you drop them off at the medical drop-off. So like a triage center.
Next that, and that's in the hangar?
It's in the hangar, right?
Oh wow. Alright, we're at Calliope. So I wonder where my Shubin mining facility. Ah, no, that's SMPC11. I need to go to SMCA8. Ah, package right there. Alright, we're just gonna do a test of the landing here.
Quantum drive activated.
Joe, what I took away from CitizenCon besides a lighter wallet is that the BMM is going to be my home in Star Citizen. Yeah, the only thing that bugs me about it is I don't know how friendly it is for one pilot. Is it okay for one pilot?
Well, you bring up a good point. I think it will, depending on where you're going with it. Would you want to take the BMM into Pyro with one pilot? Probably not. It's a very dangerous area, right? You're going to be dealing with a lot of gains and people that could board you. But
Yeah.
This was my conundrum when, I did the impulse when I had the chance to get it, because I was like, if I can get this, if I'm fast enough and can get this, I'm actually going to purchase it. And I was able to get the Kraken. And then I was thinking to myself after I had the Kraken, I'm like, do you really realize, Jeff, that this is going to take 25 people to man the ship? And do you have 25 people to man this ship? And I'm like, no. So it's one of those where,
we could muster 8.
Yeah, we could muster a decent sized crew and maybe hire the rest out, but then you start to calculate how much is it going to cost to hire out security and all this other stuff. And then I saw yesterday when Joe and me were talking on the chat, and we were like, the Anvil Liberator came up, and I was like, pass, that's a pass. And he was like, same here. I later had to get to thinking that could be the new Kraken at a small scale, a little light carrier, right? And that's what they call it, a light carrier. You could put, 3 ships on there loaded with a bunch of ground vehicles, an assault crew. You literally have a little mini Kraken.
Yeah.
And I think that will be much better because that ship's only 2 people manning it. So a small org could do some cool stuff and be able to man it with that.
That was funny watching that conversation. You're like, oh, I'll pass. And then all of a sudden, got it.
There's not much time that a concept comes out. I at least get it because I want to have it as a buyback. Much like when so my Banu Merchantman, I always intended to keep it, but you know, with it not being in play and me already having a Caterpillar, I melted that
34
thing
months.
a while back. I'm
Live
like, okay, it's
tracking
not
on
going to
my way
see
to Atlanta.
light of day for a while.
Hope all is well. Thanks again.
But
for
when
all
they
your
made that
great
announcement,
streams.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that means an IAE. So right now it's $500. I bet you an IAE, when it becomes available for sale again, it's going to be at least $650. So I unmelted. I got back out of my buybacks, the BMM again, because I want to be able to take advantage of the price increase.
And I have it. I melted, I think, my Caterpillar. Or no, I upgraded my Caterpillar. Anyway, Captain Tony Stark, thank you for 34 months. Thank you for that. You're on your way to Atlanta. I hope all is well. Thanks again for your great stream. Thank you. I hope that your trip to Atlanta is safe and enjoyable, and you get some good eye candy along the way. But thank you for the 34 months. Hope you're well. Scotty P says, I own 2 ships that are not even in concept. Yeah. I forgot what my air brake was. I think I mapped it, but I was coming in too fast. So I had to slow down. I didn't want to like crash your new bird.
Oh, it's okay.
What's lights again? Are my lights on?
Is it L?
Not yet. I'm gonna turn off my. There we go. $3,000 meters. It's so dark, I can't see. Okay, now I can make the facility out. Whoa.
I had the Vulcan in my. No, not the Vulcan. I got the Vulture. Then I got to thinking. I also got the Reclaimer. And it's like, do I want to just chew up small things or really chew up big large ships?
I'm trying to justify me owning a Carrack that I never fly ever.
The Carrack's gonna be good with the exploration. I think the Carrack is the best overall around with everything that you have in it, including a spawn bed. The Cutlass Red no longer has spawn bed.
So keep it.
Yeah, I would keep the Carrack. It's that I think will be people's main, especially when exploration comes into play.
I gotta map my speed brake because I can't even do reverse right now for some reason. I think the wind is blowing us a little bit.
That's always a possibility. It doesn't have to be perfect on the landing pad either.
It's not like flight sim, huh? Although I'm drifting off.
Yeah. You probably don't want to land there.
Oh my gosh, I just landed. That's interesting that it. Oh, there we go. My strafing's not really working. There we go. It's almost like. Oh man. Oh, that was not a good landing. It's almost like the closer I got to the surface, the less control I had.
Okay, we can actually take. Now, what's really nice about this, I've already learned, is once you get out of seat. Oh, that's another thing too. Forgot to mention. Any state you leave your ship in, when you store it, it stays in that state. So if your engines are running, your doors are open. When you spawn it, your engines will be running, your doors will be open. So be careful about that.
Okay. Should I turn it off?
Jump in and take no, we're fine here. But you can jump down. You can either take these ladders or you can jump straight down and it doesn't cause any damage in the ship. You don't even have to wait for elevator.
It looks like that ladder bug was fixed, where you keep popping up on it.
Right.
Oh, no,
Oh.
I spoke too soon.
But if you come back to cargo bay here, we'll just take the cargo bay down.
Okay. I like the ship. Should I pull the trigger? I think I'm going to, Scotty. But I think I'm going to sell something that I don't use.
Oh, it's cold here. Uh-huh. So which building's got your box?
Over here. I've got to look at my inventory and see what I can sell. I'll post on Discord what I sold. Actually, maybe I should look at it here with you guys so you can chime in on whether or not I should keep something. Stifus,
Yeah, we could-
how you doing?
We could drop this package off and then take a look at the store real quick.
Let's see, where's my package? Is it behind these doors?
Yeah, it's probably further in.
Yeah, here we go. All right, I got it. Lead me the way out of here. Watch the Citizen Con? Jeff did, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you made it in. Okay.
And Joe watched it. I don't know if Scotty watched it. I think I have the Hercules, Scotty P. I'm trying to remember. I think I do. I think I want to keep that one, though.
The Hercules? I would. That would be... Hercules, Carrick and Hercules are like two that I'd never, ever melted yet.
Thanks, babe. Period. Can you bring me a empty glass? Question mark. I'm walking much slower than you were.
I could run because I didn't have the box.
Yeah, I was wondering if the box was weighing me down. Banu Merchantman got crazy bloat. I'm super happy that I have that. I was kind of bummed that I bought it a long time ago for like sub $300, but now I guess it's a good investment.
It is because
Scrapping? You mean scrapping, Scotty? Go ahead, Jeff. What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say I have no doubt that that's going to be $1,000 ship by the time it actually hits.
They probably underpriced it.
Well, and sometimes they do that, right? Because the roles of the ships and the demand, for it changes.
But also, it just the fact that it doesn't even exist and it's far away, make it cheap, I guess. All right, so I can put this anywhere, huh?
You can really put it anywhere. You can even put it in the cabin up here or upstairs or keep it right there. That's fine.
No.
It should stay in the ship.
It should. Thank you. You should play Star Citizen, babe. Think you can get into it? What if you were paid? Right. By how much? I'll have to come up with a formula. But you have to get on here and actually play. That's actually not... That might be... I might even be able to offset that with donos. She says that if I increase her weekly spending budget by $50 for every half hour, she will play Star Citizen. Wait, I don't want to pilot. I want you to pilot.
Oh, you have to pilot because I don't know where it's going.
Oh, and you can't see where
I didn't take the mission and you didn't share it.
Oh,
so.
and I didn't share it, so you can't even.
Yeah.
But you could map it manually, I guess. But that'd be a pain, huh?
I'll let you pilot it.
Okay.
BMM the BMM would be $500 right now.
If it was for sale.
If it was for sale, right? That's the value it's worth in your hangar when you look at it. It started at, when it was first concept, it was $250, I want to say. I picked it up when it was $300.
Yeah, I think we all should keep it, Scotty. If nothing else, for the investment part of it.
Well, Scotty, did you buy it separately? Is it a separate ship or is it part of the package? If it's a separate ship, you can melt them, but here's the catch-22 like I did. I melted mine, but now that I know in IAE, it's probably going to go up in value because of how much hype and what they gave attention to in the Citizen Con is you want to have it unmelted in your inventory because then you take advantage of the price. And then if you melt it after that, so if it went up from like 500 to 650, for instance, and you melted it then, you're going to get the 650. If you melted it at 500 and then pulled it back in out of your inventory, you don't get the additional $150. You don't make 150 off of it.
It was separate when I bought it and won't even consider selling that one. Yeah, I like I said, I think I upgraded my Caterpillar. I gotta have to look at it, see what I did, but all right. As far as where we're going, let's go to the skyline.
Oh, that's the other thing you haven't looked at yet, but you haven't really been outside of the New Babbage area yet, is your Knickknacks app.
I did look at that though. That was in 3.1.4, wasn't it?
Knickknacks?
Yeah.
Oh, it actually might have been introduced in.
Yeah. I think I went into there accidentally.
Yeah, that tells you where all your stuff is across the entire universe. Perseus, that's another one I'm not going to get rid of until it comes into play. I think that's going to be the perfect size, small org, heavy gunship.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Okay, before I go into orbit, I'm gonna pour myself a cold one because, you know, it's 12 o'clock somewhere. So, there's the way. Whoa. Cheers. Everyone should have a Keyser in their 400i. Right, DBG1? This is I made this. My homebrew. I need that in my life. It's a little too close for comfort sometimes, but... Yeah, iOS Gazman. Alright, back on track here, sorry. You can't fly under the influence. I allow it. I think I'm gonna have to buy this plane. I do have the recipe, yeah. In fact, I'll make a note here to link it to you. In just a moment here, after I deliver the package. It's a black IPA. It's amazing. The only issue with it is it's 7%. All right, sorry. Back to flying. All right, let's pilot. Let's do some pilot stuff.
Quantum drive deactivated.
So this drop-off is going to be interesting if it's on a building or not. I think we can probably still land easily on top of a building. It's
We'll
not.
find out.
Although it looks like that's a ground drop off. What do you mean?
It's probably one of my better homebrews too. I'm gonna see if I can look up the recipe and link it.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
You scared me.
Paul, up.
Hey, quit scaring me. It's raining. Okay, I think I found the recipe.
This ship is only in the PTU right now. It does come out with 3.15. It is a straight to flyable, but they're still allowing the early owners of it to access in PTU first. Although everybody in PTU has access to the new A2 bomber, which is pretty cool.
Man, the city looks fantastic. Dropping my gear.
Landing gear deployed.
500.
Pull up.
That's what we need in these things. We need some automated talkback systems.
Betty.
Oh, okay. So this is inside.
Oh,
So
where
you're
do I
gonna
land
on
then?
There's a little ramp straight down ahead. So right, you can't see it. It'll be right where your nose, underneath your nose there. That area right there. But it's kind of in an upwards hill, so you gotta land.
Wait, this one with the where my nose is pointed? No. Where do I land?
Yep, right in there. Keep going down.
On the
and
snow?
over. Yep, on the snow. It's gonna be
Okay.
right in front of that garage there.
Okay.
The tricky part is when you park on there, sometimes you come out in your vehicle's so far in the sky that you can't get back in. So I'll stay in the vehicle in case I got to readjust it. I'll let you run it up, run the box in.
It is definitely slanted.
Yeah, this is a little sloped ramp.
I think you'd slide off.
It's happened with some ships, not slide off, but as much as they're tail heavy and then the nose comes off the ground, then they can't get back in their ship anymore.
All right, 1 second. Let's see if I can find this link. It's not coming up. Oh, it's not working. Trying to after I deliver this package. Now to shut it off.
Just because there's no purpose for it right now? Or I was
wait.
talking to Stifus there. Like he's got the skin, but can't justify the ship.
Where's chat? There's chat. All right, this is. Tell me if that link works for the recipe. All right. All right, exiting. See if I can remember how to get out of here. Go down the ladder. And I'm going to pick up the box.
The other dog in the lane.
And I go through these doors. It worked? Oh, good. Then I can take this thing down, right? I can just like open this and jump on it.
Yeah, you got a couple options here.
Actually, how do I toggle this? Oh, did you do that? Or did I do that?
No, you did. You did it. It's a little delayed.
Okay.
It's
Now-
got to drop the outside stairs and then your platform.
Now the question is do I enter in for this through this little hangar, or do I have to go somewhere else?
I think you can go in through this door right here.
Okay.
And that takes you over to the package drop off.
Is there a pressurization in here? No, there's not. Okay. I guess
There
because it's
isn't
the
the-
planet. Yeah. it's the
Yeah,
planet.
there isn't this one. Yeah.
I wish you could see where the package needs to go when you're in the outside view. But you can't.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna guess you take the elevator up, and it's probably in the main concourse area, the commons.
So the surface or the commons? Okay.
The commons, yeah.
.100 meters. 300 feet. Have you seen that that movie Free Guy?
No. What's it about?
He's like an NPC. It's Ryan Reynolds. It's pretty funny actually. I can't get to this place unless I
No,
go through
it's
these
it's gonna
doors.
be through the
Doors
go
or-
back. Nope. Go. Those are probably for the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be through the little promenade
Okay.
or plaza right there. Yeah.
You should have a what do they call that guy? A guy at the curb picking up the packages, like
A concierge.
like a valet
Ooh,
for
valet,
boxes. Yeah. Transaction complete. All right, so far I'm impressed with PTU. It seems to be somewhat stable.
Depends on what you do. Yeah. Last night I think I was prone to like 6 back-to-back 30Ks, but
Where did I come
there was
from?
probably also a ton of more people coming in after CitizenCon.
I think I came from Mr. I should try to remember where I came from. No. Where did I come from? Oh,
So
there
keep
you are.
going.
There you are. If I can go down this way.
Mm-hmm.
instead of taking the elevator. Wait, this is
You
the.
gotta go into the elevators.
Oh,
I'm outside, remember?
yeah.
That would take you back into the spaceport. Either way goes the same place.
Let's see. Elevators are.
Not through there. So you came around where go back towards that little restaurant, the little green
Okay.
place you walk by.
Okay. There's the restaurant.
And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
can go in behind there. Where was it? Right there. Surface entrance.
Almost got lost. Hey, you're still here.
Yeah, no one bugged us.
It's cold outside. No stowaways?
No stowaways. You want to see a cool thing? Go to one of those light panels. So
Okay.
just like
right
to
here.
that one won't do it. Go to the main one by the doors right there.
There?
Yep. Click on that right button next to the doors on the top, the smaller one that has nothing on it.
Oh.
To the right of that.
Okay.
Yep. Click on that middle button. Has no words on it right now.
Okay.
Yep. And then look behind you.
It's like dimming the lights.
Yep. So that's your nighttime. So
Did people?
much like
it's
a
just
ship.
it's just a glitch that it's not labeled.
Yeah, they just haven't labeled it yet.
Ah. And did you find that by accident?
No, it's the same in the C2. C2 has it also. And you can set them in almost any area around here.
Oh, okay.
So it's not specific to the whole ship. It's to the area you're in.
All right. Now you can fly.
Okay, let me get out of the seat.
And I'm gonna open the door because it's getting my 3080 Ti is heating up the room. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the one thing mine does too. It'll be great in the wintertime.
Okay. And while you're flying, I'm just gonna Alt Tab over just for a second to see what I can is in my inventory to sell. And the employees were involved live though with CitizenCon, right?
The employees.
Like were there you see all these people gathered on stage and stuff?
Oh, I don't They weren't. I don't know if they hosted their own little private. I'm going to take it everybody was virtually at home except the people that went to the studio to produce it. That, what you're seeing there was all previous years when they do bring all the employees up.
Oh, okay. All right. I could sell my Nomad for a little bit of a credit or exchange it.
Nomad to that would
Oh.
be 8180.
Actually, my
No.
my Nomad does have LTI. So if I did exchange it, I would get the LTI would transfer over, wouldn't it?
Yep,
To the 400i.
it would.
Do you have to own this ship to fly it into PTU? That's a good question.
Yes. This one you do. The one we're about to go get, you don't. Which, A2.
All right, I have a. Oh yeah, I have an I have a G12 that I upgraded to an Argo Mole. I wish they'd just get rid of what the original vehicle was, because I got LTI on my Mole now. Got the Prospector. My Caterpillar is now a Banu Merchantman. Then I've got a Carrack Titan. And they gave me a free Aurora. I've had so many referrals. That was cool.
If you want to see an easy way of what you have other than the hanger, where you have that thing where it shows you the original, just go up to, on the Pledge Store, you hit Pledge Store.
Okay.
And then hit Ship Upgrades.
Okay.
And all your ships you own will be on the left-hand side. So it shows you everything that's available to be able to upgrade.
Okay. Yep. I see that now. It's on screen here. So. Oh, and it shows you the values too. So Aurora's $20, Titan's 55, 325
right, so
is 70, Nomad's 80.
I click the Nomad real quick. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to see the ships that you could CCU to. So if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the 400i, and I'll give you two options. And you click 400i, and then do the war bond, the plus 140 versus the plus 170. It's not going to purchase it, but it will tell you what the difference between the two. Well, it does right there, plus 140.
And then I can't gift this, or I can gift it?
Well, if your Nomad was purchased separately, let me think about this. You're CCUing a current ship. Would you ever gift the 400i though?
I always want to have the option of gifting it. I feel like, I don't know. Let's see what else I have here. The Mole's worth a ton of money. I didn't realize that.
The Mogul's up every once in a while.
The Merchantman, $500 sitting right there. See, I'm tempted to just get rid of that Carrack, but you're saying that's the best ship around.
That's my personal opinion on it. The Carrack is the best. I mean, when all the gameplay loops are in play, it's the only thing that's got drones. Well, general purpose drones. There are other ships that got drones.
So it's either the Cuddy Red or the Nomad. I'm gonna get rid of it.
My personal choice, if that was my ship list, I would get rid of the Cutlass Red because of what they just did, because the nerf they did to it. You no longer can spawn it, so the point of that would only be temporarily healing people and then rushing them to a hangar, to a medical facility.
Yeah. So.
And the Cutlass Red's purpose is going to get overtaken by the Apollo release anyways.
That makes it a little more palatable. I just don't know if I want the standard or the war bond.
War bond.
And
the difference between the two is the standard is just telling you what the standard price of that is. It's going to be 115 after they take the sale off. So we don't know how long they'll keep the sale. Usually when they announce a concept ship, they'll keep it for at least a week. But they could take it away in 4 hours from now and say you only had 24 hours to buy it. So that war bond will only be available during the initial concept or any special event in the future. You get the same stuff in either one.
So it's 250 for the war bond.
No, the ship value is 250.
Oh.
So you're basically getting, so if you click it, you're basically getting, click that 2 options available real quick. You already did.
I'm just
you
gonna
already
buy
selected
it.
Yep.
Just gonna buy it.
You're basically getting $30 free. They're giving you $30 extra to the purchase of the ship.
Okay. And then this afterglow paint.
They have a whole bunch of different paints. So you can see that in the paint store. Yeah, he's not melting. He is just CCU upgrading. Although that's changing within the next couple of months, that concierge level members will no longer be required to have a game package.
And here I didn't think CitizenCon was going to dent my wallet. But I like just flying around in that ship. It just seems, I don't know, I just like it.
It feels good, and it is still maneuverable, which is nice.
And here, ironically, it was funny. Okay, so the short story is, let me get back into the game here. Well, I gotta make sure I bought that actually. The short story is, I was down in Phoenix for the week in Scotty P's territory. And down there, here's the irony. Okay, I play fantasy sports, right? DraftKings, you cannot play DraftKings daily fantasy in Phoenix. But you can do the DraftKings Sportsbook, which is ironic and just weird. Because we can't do the Sportsbook in Utah, but we can do the fantasy. It's so stupid. Land of the free, home of the brave. The reason I'm bringing this up, though, is besides that ironic, that irony, is that they sent me an email offering me a free $25 for a sports bet. So while I was in Phoenix, I bet on the Green Bay Packers. I bet on the over-under. Anyway, long story short, I won a bunch of bets, and then I doubled down again, walked away with 183. So Phoenix DraftKings Sportsbook just paid for my 400i. The difference, besides my Cuddy Red, I didn't ever fly that Cuddy Red. But here's my issue: is Jeff is if you look here, it says upgrade, Cutlass Red to 400i War Bond.
Yeah. So here's now what you have to do. Click that little arrow to the right.
Apply upgrade.
Apply upgrade. And that's going to ask you the package. It will give you the package where the ship is that you're applying it to. Yep. And then you have to select that standalone ship, Drake Cutlass Red. And then hit next. And then you're going to put your password in there.
Upgrade was successfully applied. But what I really, and I hope they change it one day, I hope this no longer will say Cutlass Red right here.
Right.
Just say freaking 400i.
Yeah.
There's a cheap calculator has more computing power than the computer that landed on the moon. Yes. I just heard that the other day, actually. I was watching some series. All right, well, and the thing is that the PTU was so stable just then that I was able to do all of that purchasing and still remain in the game without a 30K or a blue screen or a crashed desktop or anything.
Pretty amazing. They're getting better on their servers. They really are.
Oh, I spoke too soon about the ladder bug. Oh, get off the ladder.
Oh, somebody didn't like the hospital cart. They threw one in the middle of my landing pad.
How did it get there? It's moving. That's weird.
Somebody could have pushed one over there.
I might consider seeing what I can do regarding the Cutlass Black. Down.
So, do you want to go blow something up with a very large boom?
Can we do it in less than 25 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Located in the plaza.
You just take it over to one of the little moons around here.
Latest offerings.
So I'll let you go up to the terminal and look for the A2 Crusader
Good
A2.
time. Be sure to visit Wally's bar at the promenade. Only a quick ride on the metro loop.
I'll go ahead and retrieve that. It's a bomber, has 4 very large bombs and very big explosion.
Hangar 8.
Be sure to explore all New Babbage has to offer. Whether it's the latest in cutting-edge technology or the beauty of our award-winning gardens, this city of tomorrow has a lot going on today.
Did you get the 400i, Scotty? Did you select 8? Thanks.
Yeah.
Did Scotty get the 400i? Are we going to be the 400i club? Nice. Oh, that thing is a big frog.
So this is like your C2.
This is the military version.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the M2.
Oh.
This, as you're going to see here, as I open the back door, you're going to see very large bombs on both sides of the pack. This literally is the bomber version.
Wow.
So there's
Whoa.
2 bombs on each
Whoa.
side.
I just got thrown into the air. Oh my gosh, what was that? I'm almost dead. That was funny. Something just like I boarded and then I got thrown up to the top and hit the roof and I'm injured now.
Do you have a med pen?
I don't know. Do I do that in inventory?
Is that C? I'm trying to remember what it is.
I think I accidentally got rid of my med pen earlier.
Oh, maybe.
Will Pico the Penguin help me?
He might console you. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what that was though. That's the weird part is that it was like
I have. So let's do this. Let's try this. I'm going to go into I. And in the vehicle inventory, I'm going to put a med pen. Oh, do I? I don't have a med pen on me. See, if I would have had a med pen on me, I could have threw that in the vehicle inventory and you could grab it. I don't think you're going to be in that weird blurry state.
yeah, but you should see that part where it happened. I was just literally just coming up the plank here and then all of a sudden I got thrown up to the ceiling.
It was probably some desync, like the door was still coming down.
Scotty blames it on the brew. All right, well, where's the mirror? Let's see. I'm gonna respawn here though.
Yep.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
Backspace.
backspace. You get to check out the gown.
Oh yeah, that's right. I lost all my stuff. That's funny. And that's gonna annoy people when they go and do all their inventory and then they die and they don't have any of their basic clothing.
It will make for some interesting conversation, I guess, if a bunch of people run around in nightgowns and be like, "Where'd you die?"
Oh wow, I am. Like, look at that. I'm in my underwear. See if
They
I
didn't
have
even
any.
give you a gown.
I'm gonna try to put on that thing. See what happens. Oh, I have a helmet and all my gear. That's weird that I have my gear, huh? That's all I need. I thought I lost my gear. Maybe backspace, I don't lose my gear, Jeff?
You had your gear because it was still in your local. You're
Oh.
still in your local location.
Okay. These are medical rooms. Wait.
Yep. So you take those yellow elevators back
Oh, the
down.
yellow
to the first.
elevators. Okay.
Yeah.
They're big yellow elevators. Okay, you can't just be talking in my ear, though. They're... I didn't get in. Got distracted. Okay, and I want to go to the lobby. I guess you have to take off or you're going to get impounded, huh?
Well, since you died, the ship despawned, and but that's okay. I'll take an A2 out before you get here.
There's the guy in the gown. That's funny. All right, so how do I
Straight
get
ahead where it said New Babbage.
Okay.
You're back at the Aspire Grand, basically where your normal hotel room would be. And then you just take a little UE right here, either left or right, to go down.
I wonder if I can put my Banu Merchantman in my wheel Bible. Ship. An alien ship. I'm thinking that, I guess if he just has my login and password, he'll be able to take it.
Right. But, you know, it has been brought up before, jokingly, but not so jokingly anymore, that, you know, what percentage of their backers are at an age where,
Careful.
if we just
Doors
look
are
at
now closed.
statistical lifetimes, they may die before the game comes out, right?
Yeah.
Should those backers be able to will that to somebody else?
Yeah, that's a question.
I guess as long as they got your password, nobody's going to notice the difference.
Well, that's the thing, is that if he has my username and password, they don't know. They can't.
Right.
There's no identity verification.
No, well, they could check with Social Security Administration, but no game is going to go that far to validate that their players are actually real, live, original players.
No. He'll subscribe to my channel if I give him my passcode.
Next stop.
I'll think
So
about
what-
it.
What's going to be fun here is,
Station.
now that we got a bunch of people with some Origin kind of yachts, pull a couple of 890s out, everybody's got the 400 I's out, we could have a little Origin armada.
Yeah. I want to go to the Embus terminal, don't I? No.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I would like a little, like a posse of 400s. You could put them inside the 890?
No, you couldn't put them in the 890. No.
Didn't we blow up an 890 by bringing a ship inside it?
Yeah, B2 was
Yeah.
kind enough to. I'll get us out of here.
Yeah.
There are docking collars on them, which would be really cool. That if you do get a whole bunch of them out there, in theory, we could all connect them together.
Please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
So you can dispatch it now.
Yep.
That's right, because I was the one who brought it out. I died, and that's why the plane went away. The ship went away.
Why not rest at the Nest's newly renovated accommodations, located downtown in the luxurious Aspire
Okay, can
grounds?
you pick that up?
Guess what? Can't dispatch anything because it's 30K.
Oh, 30K.